I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous episode of First Date. My guest today has a brand new special out on Netflix called Big Guy, and you can buy tickets to see her live at RachelFeinstein.com. Did I say it right? Feinstein.
It's Rachel-Feinstein.com.
Feinstein.
Or you can go on my Punch Up Live page, which is, it's just go to punchuplive.com and it's reach and just search me. They have other comic states on there too.
I got trolled so hard on your name, dude.
Really?
I went live last night on my Patreon account where I have people like submit questions for me to ask you.
Oh,
and
cool.
everyone said it was Feinstein with like 4 E's. They're like, that's how you pronounce it. And I was like, I don't think so. And they were like, no, it is. Trust us. And so I feel like I got trolled.
No, fuck them. You know what it probably is? This is really ridiculous. But one time somebody said Feinstein in an interview and I just repeated it back to them like because I didn't want to make them feel bad about saying it wrong. So then I said it back the wrong way. Isn't that insane? That's insane.
It is insane.
But I just I don't care that much. I feel like whatever. I'm not one of those people that it's like Stein, who cares? It's not a hot name either. It's like if it was like, it's like if your name's like Normal Weintraub, which I feel like Rachel Feinstein is the equivalent of that. It's like whatever. Who cares? Traub, Trib. I don't know. So I'm not going to be in porn. That I know for sure.
Yeah. There's still time.
It's not a sexy name. You can say it any way you like.
Okay.
Fuck them haters.
Fuck them. Anyway, love you guys. Please stay subscribed.
Yes. I love you too.
Okay, so speaking of them, some of these questions are from these massive trolls.
I only mean the ones that scolded you. The rest of you guys, I want to marry you. And you can, please feel that you're all collectively inside of me during this.
This is the best gangbang they've ever had.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you guys. Somebody should definitely cut off my mic.
We're going to start off with some appetizer questions. Do you believe in soulmates?
Maybe like a collection of 4 or 5 people that could deal with my nonsense.
Yeah. Have you ever been friend zoned?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Always. Yeah.
What do you mean always?
I'm a comedian. Nobody wants it's not a lot of, from obviously when you're absurdly hot, it's a different story. I keep trying to find a way to relate. And I'm like, no, that has not happened to you. But I feel like, there's a lot of like male comic or people in, I don't even know about stand-ups, but just like people that I've known through this kind of work, like a producer kind of person, like I don't want to say names here. That's what I'm trying to avoid, keeping it kind of vague. But yeah, that I've had crushes on, and they've sort of reaffirmed my place in their life, which is that, speaking of being inside, they don't have any desire to be inside me. Yeah, that's definitely been gently shown to me.
Well, I've been with my boyfriend for like 2 years, and I asked him the other day to rate me on a scale of 1 to 10. And without skipping a beat, he was like 7.3.
I've gotten a 7 many a time. So you're a fucking 10. If I'm a 7,
I'll
tell you right now, you're an 11.
I was like, what am I doing that like I'm not a 10? And he was like, like sometimes your personality sucks.
He said that?
Yeah.
That's insane.
What's insane is that I stayed in the relationship.
Oh, please. I've been with people. First of all, my husband, half of the special is about how he can't compliment. I'd be like, do I look okay? And he goes, there you go. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's not an acceptable phrase. I'll be like, do I look okay? He goes, there you go.
Yeah, you also don't ever want a guy to tell you that you look okay. You want a guy to be like, you look great.
Yes.
You know?
My husband will never say that. I'll be like, do I look okay? And he always goes, he either goes, there you go, or he goes, are you comfortable? I'm like, I didn't ask that question. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he does not. He cannot compliment. He is emotionally pretty worthless. He's fine. He's a good hang. But no, he doesn't fulfill any desires I have to feel. No.
How long have you been married?
We've been married since 2018. Yeah.
Okay.
So did you point that out to him? Like when you said that to him, did he address the fact, did he agree that that was an unacceptable thing to say?
He still sticks to that to this day. It's okay. I think it's like how you accept your last name as like Feinstein to other people. I just accept that I'm mid now. So anytime that someone's like, whenever I see myself in the mirror, I'm like, It's probably a 7-3 today.
Don't you think that he's just like nagging you because he's afraid you're going to leave him?
No, I think he knows I'm never gonna leave. I'm so clingy. We went over that. I go over this all the time. I'm unfortunately clingy to a fault. I'm never gonna leave. It's okay. He could tell. He could
I'm
tell
not a
me that I
leaver
was a
either.
5.
I stick around. I put up with insane kinds of scenes, all manner of nonsense.
Behavior issues. I'm here for it.
Me too.
When you first start dating someone, do you think that there's a certain kind of game you have to play to catch someone?
I do a little bit, but you know, most of the time they're going to find out who I am anyway. You know, they could look me up on YouTube and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in the beginning I tried for a certain amount of time when I first started dating, but you know, once they can Google you and know that you're, you know, disgusting generally. Yeah. I can only fake it so much.
What is the best way to break the ice on a first date?
What I always do is I'm not sure that I should recommend this, but what I like to do something fun and silly soon because then I can see if the guy's going to be a good hang or not. Because like, for example, like the first time I met my husband, we were in a bar and this guy kept getting kicked out of the bar and he just kept coming back in again like, yeah. And that's always funny to me, like those old 80s tropes where like somebody's told to leave somewhere and then they're like, guess who? Different top. That always makes me laugh. So I kept joking with him that was his dad and then he wanted to reestablish a relationship with him, you know, post incarceration. And he like right away just was down for that. He's not like, you know, he's a fireman. He's not like a, you know, a comedian.
Yeah.
But I could tell, but I feel like if somebody's down for that kind of nonsense, then I'm like, they'll be fun. Then we'll get along.
Yeah.
You know? Like the first time we went to like a store together, like we hadn't been together that long. It was like our first trip and we went like did some light shopping and we were in the store and I asked if he would pick my arm up like this, like and take me out like I was in trouble. And he right away knew what he was supposed to do. He's like, yeah, I got it. I'll take it from here. And I was like, I don't want to go. I want to stay in this store. And he was like, no, you're never leaving. That's that. And I was like, no, but my kids want to stay here. And he just like got the skit. And if somebody's just down for some sort of foolishness like that, I'm like, oh, we'll get along. Yeah, because I like just all manner of nonsense. And he was up for nonsense.
Yeah. Well, that's important when someone can play with you on your level.
Yeah, right? Do you feel like your boyfriend's playful? Is he silly like that? Like,
yeah, but in like different ways. Like, I feel like he's the kind of guy that will keep me on my toes, calling me a 7.3. You know, like he plays with me in like other ways where I'm always just like dumbfounded, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I have to say, like that should be. I mean, it is shocking because you're saying it, but I've also asked guys that question and I've never had any of them say 10, you know, like just lie to my face.
Yeah.
I've also asked, like, I've been like, how did I rate like sexually? And nobody's ever been able to look me in the eyes and say I was the best they've ever had. Like they couldn't maintain eye contact and stay with that lie. They're like, well, you're zany.
Zany?
You're fun. They gave me a compliment that had nothing to do with sex. They're like, well, you're a good hang on the grill or something. You know, it was unacceptable. Yeah. Everybody knows. I don't bring a lot to the table sexually. I do. I kind of phone it in.
What do you think is the best gift a guy could give a girl?
Best gift. Jewelry. I like jewelry. I'm pretty traditional like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I feel like you can have a collection of jewelry.
Yes.
You know?
I love jewelry.
You can't have too many bracelets.
Have you gotten a lot of jewelry in your life?
I have.
Yes. I have not gotten a lot of jewelry.
Have you told men that that's what you like to receive?
Yes. Yeah. I've told my husband. He's, I have a joke about it in the special. I mean, he got me, I don't talk about this in the special, but he gave me a $50 Amazon gift card for my birthday.
Stop, dude.
Yeah, no, he's just worthless with gifts. Yeah, he doesn't really know how
And
to
what
do
did you
it.
buy with
or
that
he'll get me
$50?
something from Costco, like a bangle from Costco or something.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm worth, actually, the more I think about it. I'm worth a bangle from Costco. Just a dumb whole bracelet, you know, like just not even two, not even a set.
Yeah.
But no, I have not gotten a lot of jewelry, but that's what I'd like to get. Yeah, that's a good gift.
Well, I haven't always gotten like nice jewelry. Like I've had to be with someone for a while to get nice jewelry. The other people that I've been with have gotten me things like a coffee mug at Christmas. I was with a guy for a year and he got me a coffee mug that was made from a model that he met on Instagram.
Can you explain that a little more?
Dude, it was Christmas. I was with this guy for a year and he loved coffee, loved coffee. And he was a very granola kind of guy. He was like earthy and surfer and all this stuff. So for Christmas, I bought him like a really expensive coffee maker.
Oh, that's nice.
Like
gift.
a Breville.
Yeah, that's a very thoughtful gift. Yeah.
And then for Christmas, he gave me a coffee mug. So I feel like we should have. It should have been like
the dumbest gift,
dude. And there was no handle on it. It was like you had to hold it like this. So when it got hot, you just burned your hand or you left it there.
Oh my god!
And so not only was it absolutely stupidly designed, but he then told me that he was so excited to give me this gift because he found it through a model on Instagram that he went and met up with. And then
oh my god.
And then she showed him all of the pottery. And then he also bought an incense holder that I could also have. And I then looked at this girl's Instagram and she was like a 10.
Right.
Like, and I'm just like,
and she was just making pottery all day?
Just being a Victoria's Secret model and making pottery and meeting random men off of fucking Instagram. This dumb ass dude. Like, we broke up very
deep moron.
after. Yes, so stupid.
That is.
So it hasn't always been jewelry for me.
I have also gotten once, probably the dumbest gifts I've ever received. My friend would buy weed from this guy. He came over, we started dating, and he came over to our house to see me and sell her some weed. And by the way, this is how he courted me, and I still stayed with him. This is like, I was not in a good place. He brought over a duffel bag when he came over, and he's like, hey, can we talk for a second? And he brought me into like the side bedroom. I had a crush on him, so I thought I was like, it's happening. It's real. Like, I was excited when he brought me into the bedroom, by the way, in our own apartment. He's like, can we speak in the back here? You know, I was like, oh, yes, stick it in. So we go back there and he has a large duffel bag and he just opens the duffel bag, unzips it, and just shakes out like this, just a lot of rose petals, like just a hostile amount of rose petals. Isn't that the dumbest? It was one of the dumbest moments of my life, just watching him do that. And like that to him, he thought he was courting me. He brought in this ugly, like green, just like military man bag. And he's like, here, that'll do the trick. I should be fingering her in no time. And I just sat on this bed. I've never felt as profoundly lonely and excited at the same time. Because I was like glad he liked me, but I knew that he was just, I mean, a guy that does this is, you're going to be alone forever, even if you're with him.
Yeah.
The guy that thinks this is a good idea.
He thought that was probably very romantic. Mm-hmm. Not bad for a drug dealer.
1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, make 2024 the year you finally check it off the list with Babbel. Be a better you this year with Babbel, the science-backed language learning app that actually works. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you speak the language. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel's tips and tools are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching, so you're ready to practice what you've learned in the real world. I like to use Babbel when I travel outside of the country for key phrases, and they help me communicate and get around. Here's a special, limited-time deal for our listeners. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/firstdate. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/firstdate, spelled BABBEL.com/firstdate. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Let's get into our main course questions. If you were going to plan a date night, would you rather dress up or be casual?
I like dressing up. Yeah.
Yeah?
I like to dress up. Yeah. I wear dresses in my specials. I've never been. I feel like when I do that effortless look, it's not good. Yeah. No. Like I could try to pull off that like lazy pony. I always just look like I'm fleeing something when I try to look casual. Yeah. I look like I'm running away from something.
Yeah.
No, I like dressing up. I like wearing dresses and heel. I was never like that female comic that wanted to like dress like a Beastie Boy or anything. No.
Yeah.
I like dressing up. How about you?
Same.
Yeah, it's fun.
100%.
I enjoy being a woman. I like wish I could be a woman in so many different eras. I'm like, oh, I want to have 40s dresses. I love all of it.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good time for Halloween. Like, but for Halloween, sometimes I'm usually a man. I don't know why. Like I was like Charlie Chaplin one year. I was just like, this is a great way for me to not have to talk to anybody.
That is kind of good. Yeah. It's like a break from being looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just walked around with a cane and like a little suit and a top hat and a little Hitler mustache. It really worked for me.
I understand that. I feel like if I was like the kind of hot where like it would be exhausting where everybody's staring at me, I feel like I would wear more disguises. I'd wear like more because it's got to be annoying. Men are just like coming everywhere and like slipping and falling and shit. No, yeah, I would dress like I was going for a bank robbery every day.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, give yourself a break. Give yourself a night off. Also, I feel like Halloween, you look cooler if you don't try too hard on that day.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's nothing I love more than just seeing like all the lingerie that comes out on Halloween. I mean,
it's too basic. Like that's a night to take off from your whoring.
Yeah.
And I come from a long line of whores. But I say that's the night where it's like
chill
come
out.
on, play it cool tonight.
Chill out. Be a man.
Yeah, your stock goes up if you don't try too hard on Halloween, if you're not all greased and whoring on Halloween.
Have you ever cried on a date?
Yes, actually. I don't know. It wasn't a date. It was like a hookup.
Even worse.
But it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. My brother's friend in high school had a crush on me, and I shouldn't say had a crush on me. He came home violently drunk and probably just like wanted to be with any woman. He probably couldn't even see. It was just like a smear. That's probably all he saw. But he came into my room, was like, hey, or something. I was like 16, and he like was like, can we talk for a second? And sort of tried to hit on me and hook up. And then I wasn't really crying, but at the time, I think I was 15 or 16. This is so dark. I had seen on a soap opera I liked, like a woman crying. And I thought that was cool. So I was like, here's how I'll get him more intrigued by me. I'll pretend like I'm sad about something that like happened to me.
You'll be the damsel in distress.
Yeah, it's really dark. But I used to watch this soap opera. This will date me, but it's okay. I'm in the winter of my life. I watched this soap opera, Santa Barbara, growing up. And there was a character that was like accosted or something, and she had this hot like Latin husband, Cruz, and he would always like save her and come visit in her little recovery bed and like kind of wipe her down a lot. It seems like a really relaxing life, honestly. And she would weep and he would think it was attractive. So I think I thought like, oh, I'll try this little move out on him, and he was like immediately disgusted and annoyed. Yeah.
And then he left.
Yeah, and then he just like left, which by the way, all of this probably saved me from something I would have actively regretted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was just a drunken smear. He wasn't going to remember it. Like, either way, I would have been let down eventually. He just wanted to be inside something female at that hour. It's probably good that I pretended to weep and totally grossed him out. He's like, I don't want to deal with this shit right now. He just, like, burped and went to sleep.
Oh, my God. Has a guy ever tried to, like, out-funny you on a date?
Yeah, that's always a bummer when they start out and like
it's too much.
It's too much, right?
What do you do when that happens? Do you just
I laugh a lot. I pretend to laugh. Yeah.
You go with it?
I don't like tell him he sucks, Like I feel like I need to pretend they're funny. Yeah, that's what I do, honestly. I'm just like, you should be we should switch and then the world would be happy. But I feel like most bad dates, you're going to be lonely the entire time. It's just like an aching level of just like, they don't know. I mean, if one person in that situation, like I think because I'm being fake, he probably thinks it's going great. But I just don't want to like blow up his spot,
Yeah. He must be so confused. Like guys that do that must feel so confused when they go home and then they just never see you again. They're like, but I thought she thought.
But here's what I think about that. Like, I feel like on a first date, just be nice to each other. If you don't want to see each other again, blow the person off. Like, to me, that's not ghosting. Ghosting is when you have had a relationship with somebody and you
Disappear.
and you disappear, which is fucked up. But to me, one date, I don't need a guy to detail the reasons he's not attracted to me. Like, beat it. What am I, from the fucking 20s? Burn the road up, fella. Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel. Like, I'm going to be nice. I'll laugh at your jokes and then it'll be a wrap. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. That's how I see it.
What's the biggest turn on for you?
I like a dude. I'm very like, I don't like a skinny guy. I like a thick thigh. Even if I'll see a thigh that's thick, I'm like, ah.
A man.
Yes, I like a guy, just like dusty from work and thick. I don't like skinny. I don't want some kind of ironic little, I mess my hair up and spritz it that way kind of. I don't want a stylized man. I want a man where you don't remember what he's wearing. If I remember what a guy's wearing, it was a problem. I don't want a guy to take like a sassy risk or wear some sort of blouse or something. It's disgusting. Nothing grosses me out more than like a man who like I used to have a bit about this. Just like chooses some necklaces for his day. Like, what'll it be today? It's disgusting. Yeah. I remember dating a guy and he wore like some kind of like, he took like some sort of sassy risk. It was like the third date. And I was like, oh.
No.
Yeah. It was kind of like a bodysuit. I've repressed it to some degree, but like, it was like some kind of tight, shiny bodysuit. And I was just like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
And then he was wearing these pointy boat shoes. Like, he looked like a captain. I'm like, I don't want these buckled shoes. I don't want to feel like I'm in trouble all of a sudden. Like you're an evil captain principal. I want a man to just be wearing a few plain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. A guy's outfit should not be a series of like fun risks. It's disgusting. Don't you guys agree with me? I don't know if I'm allowed to talk to you. I haven't learned the rules of things here. I just ask for snacks too much. I don't know.
It's so great. I totally agree.
Yeah. Dude, period.
Yeah. Let me do the dressing up.
Yeah. And you could be a little dumb. I'd prefer it, honestly. Yeah.
We both need to not be good at math.
Yes.
What is the best way to show a man you love him?
I have to think about that. Can you tell me? I don't know.
I think
What do they
blowjobs
want?
work.
That's fair. Yes, of course.
Or dinner.
No, my aunt said the same thing.
If I cook,
Yeah.
I think
At the end of the day, just a nice, long-winded blowjob. From a person that speaks like that.
Yeah, the voice and the way you look at me when you say that makes me feel like you mean it.
I do feel like different guys are different, though. So, like, Pete, like, my husband, like, you know how they have that languages of love thing? Like, he's all acts of service. Like, if he wants me to empty the dishwasher.
Yeah.
He's like a practical, like, he wants me to run errands for him. I'm not saying I'm not saying he's not into blowjobs, but I'm just saying he'd prefer if I like picked up his dry cleaning or something first.
Yeah, I dated a guy that wasn't into blowjobs, and it gave me the biggest complex ever because I was like, because he told me that he wasn't into blowjobs after I had given him a blowjob.
Yeah, that's not the moment you
So it
strike
made
up
me
that conversation.
Like I wasn't good at it, and I was like, wait, let me. And then I was like, let me practice.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, I don't like blowjobs. And I was like, oh my God. And it really fucked me up.
Yeah, that's insane. The comments, I'm just going to leave that so still because the comments are just going to fill up for
They'll
that
accumulate.
one. Yeah, I'll let the comments do the
We'll
work.
let the guys give their opinion on that one.
Yeah, that's insane that he said that to you.
Have you ever gotten
afterwards.
a Brazilian wax?
I have.
Do you like them?
Very painful. I just shave everything. I can't.
Yeah.
No. It was excruciating.
I did it only once too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's what that feels like, and
Oh.
we don't need to revisit that.
No.
Yeah. Have you ever dated multiple people at the same time?
No. I always wanted to be one of those people that could date like they do on TV. Like, oh, I saw Sharon last night and I'll see Kelly on Tuesday. No, I'm like, what would it feel like that to have, to date like where you don't have too many feelings about it? No.
Yeah.
I'm either in or I'm out. And when I'm in, I'm like, kind of like you were saying, my heart's racing. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. What do you think a man should smell like?
I don't mind cologne, but it's not necessary as long as it's not too much. Just like I said, like just some sort of work, I also don't like a lot of landscaping with men. Like, I don't want you to do too much like over shaving and tinkering. Yeah, just like whatever happened to you that day. That's what he should smell like. I'm realizing as I'm saying these things how dumb they are. I didn't know before I said them.
It's okay. They're not dumb, and it is true. I mean, you
Thank
like
you.
a guy to smell like he's been doing things.
Yeah,
and
just
look
a normal,
like a normal guy.
Very much.
Yeah. I get
Working
it.
class. That's my type.
Have you ever had a bedroom disaster?
But what do you mean by disaster?
Like something went horribly wrong?
Like in the sex?
Yeah.
No, I think, but not that it went that right. I just think it all falls under the umbrella of underwhelming. Like, not that many wacky things are happening that there could be a big slip up. Yeah.
Have you ever had a threesome?
Like when you said that, I just pictured like some sort of acrobatic. Like, yeah, like that means if there's like big mishaps in the bedroom like that, like if something wild happens, I feel like you have to be really good in the first place. For that has to be a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like what have you had happen like that? It's interesting.
I would say that like being told that the guy doesn't want a blowjob ever again is pretty disastrous. That was a blow to my ego.
Yeah, that's just his shit. That has nothing to do with you. All of these things
Yeah.
you've told me men have told you seem to have very little to do with you.
I can't think of like any crazy disaster either. I'm like,
yeah. For some reason, I pictured just like somebody hitting the wall, like you're in the middle of a threesome, and like somebody's wig fell off or something.
Right. I was wondering if like something like that was gonna come up. These questions are meant to stir the pot.
They're exciting. I like them. No, yeah. Not too many crazy things. No.
Yeah. What's an appropriate age gap for dating?
My husband is like 2 years younger than me, which he loves to just remind me all the time. He's like, seeing an older woman just works for it. Like he always just has to run over it again and again. But for me, I think like between a few years of each other, like, like I'd say around 7 is solid cap for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually would prefer the guy's older. In this case, he's not, but yeah.
Yeah. My boyfriend's also younger than me, but only by 6 months. And he's the same way.
He like
always
lets you know.
tells
He
me that
reminds
I'm
you.
the older woman. And I'm like, well, I didn't know you were into cougars already. You're a child. If you could have a secret sex dungeon with a quirky theme, what would the theme be?
Ooh, I would say costumes. I do like a costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've
fun.
never done full role play because it always just seems like, I don't know, how do you even get that started? But I wouldn't mind a costume. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you like to be taken out of a grocery store, and pretend like that's kind of like role playing,
Another thing I'll do is I'll have him like order for me. I'd be like, you order, like, this is so dumb, but I'd be like, you order the pasta. I really want like a chicken Caesar, but you order the pasta. Or I'm sorry, here's the game. I'm getting the rules wrong. So I'm going to order a pasta. This is what I say to my husband. I'll be like, one of our first dates. And then you interrupt me and be like, she's going to have the chicken Caesar tonight. And it's always funny to me. Always funny. We were out at a restaurant and I was like, you know what I'd really like? And he's like, whoa. And then he's like, I think tonight we'll do. He said, will do. By the way, I was so impressed with that word choice. He's like, we'll do a chicken Caesar for her. That'll be we're setting some limits. Always funny to me. And then just the waiter just looking at him like, also, I feel like everybody wins there because now this girl has a story. Like, she's just like, it's fun to hate someone. She's like, this pig.
Yeah.
She's going to be nicer to her own boyfriend that night, Everybody wins. She has a story to tell her friend. Like, you're not going to believe what happened today at the old restaurant. Fun all around.
I can't wait to play that game.
It's fun. It's very fun.
I never even thought about that.
I get really into it. Sometimes I'll tuck the napkin in, like I'm really just licking my chops. I told him to take the napkin out once, but he couldn't. He just kept trying to laugh. I was like, when she comes over, be like, no, and then just take it right out. Let me know. Not tonight.
Do you have any pet peeves on a first date or on a date when you're out? Is there anything that drives you nuts?
So many things. I went on a date and I'm not kidding with you. The entire time he just complained about his ex Diane. he was just furious at her. I remember he was like pumping his legs. He was tiny, but he was kind of pumping his legs like he was just like he was on a swing, just getting angry at Diane all over again. I really talked him through his divorce and the issues that he had left over. Let me tell you, Diane sounded like a real cunt, but he's like, and I'll tell you another thing she did. And it was just, yeah, I mean, come on.
You know what mine is?
What is yours?
When people lick their fingers at a nice restaurant.
Oh.
I've seen it.
That's
It's happened.
insane.
And they're just like, at a restaurant, I'm like, oh,
that is so dumb. I've never
my
seen anything like
God.
it. Yeah, that's a hog.
Yeah.
That guy needs to be put down like a dog.
use your napkin.
Use your napkin, you
You
moron.
know, and it's like,
Yeah.
what do you want to keep it white? Does it need to stay freshly clean? But it's
Yeah.
like people that do that don't know. Like my mom the other day came to town to visit me, and I took her to a Mexican restaurant, and she went to get something, and it fell on her finger, like in her ring, and she went like this to like lick it from the ring, and I literally grabbed her wrist, and I was like, don't you dare do that. We are not doing that as a family. We are not licking our fingers. Use your napkin. And my mom was so shocked because she's a pretty proper person. So for her to do something like that also just shook me. I was like, I come from someone who would think to do that. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's not good.
No.
I've eaten off my shirt before though, but I was at home.
I feel like if you're at home and we're having
Yeah.
chicken wings, lick.
I find food on myself all the time, just like a last lap of snacks for the day. But if you're at home, that's different. But I've definitely found something like on a tit and been like, why not?
Yeah.
Gifted myself with it straight off my own can. But yeah, that's crazy that he was like licking his dumb fingers. I'm a moron. Go ahead.
Okay, so my dessert question. What is the most romantic thing your husband has ever done? I also want to know how he proposed. If you could tell me how he proposed and then the most romantic thing he's ever done.
Most romantic, I'm gonna have to comb through a long log of memories because he's not romantic. The way he proposed, okay, so I knew he was gonna propose because my friend told me he was gonna propose that night. She knew that I would care, like I would want to look good for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and we were set up. She's another comedian, also married to a firefighter. So she called me up and she was like, tonight's the night or whatever. So I knew it was going to happen. So she's like, get a manicure, She knew I wouldn't want to be busted.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I appreciated the heads up. But
Yeah.
so we went to this little restaurant and then I don't think he expected it to be so packed in the restaurant. So it was like a Tuesday at this restaurant on like near the Comedy Cellar on McDougal and called Monty's. And he came in with this big, dumb, puffy coat. And everybody just like stopped and watched him because he was probably nervous and red.
Yeah.
And then he right away, I think he kept his dumb coat on. Like he had like a North Face on. And he got down on one knee and everybody was like, who's this weird guy in a black North Face? Like, what is he doing? Like this bright red man. Like they probably thought it was the beginning of like an active shooting or something. Like, he had a very strange expression. And I felt bad for him because he didn't expect it to be that packed on a Tuesday. And it was like a tiny restaurant. And it was in New York where people are loud and fucking annoying and intrusive and in your business. So he gets down with his North Face jacket and he takes out the ring and he's like, you've made me a happy man. And then this lady goes, it's a proposal. He's going to propose. This pig. She's like, it's a proposal. And then everybody's like, okay, he's proposing, And then he goes, you made me a happy man. Will you make me a happy husband? It was nice and simple. Very much like him. But it was sweet. He opens the ring. I plucked it out before we did. I didn't even realize that. He told me that later. I was like, he's like, yeah, you took it out of the box. And I'm like, ugh, disgusting.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I think they're supposed to put it on your hand. I don't know. Could somebody tell us? Let's go to a caller. Could somebody tell us?
I feel like if
I
someone
thought they were supposed to put it on your hand. Do you guys know? I
Yeah, a
don't
bunch
know.
of unmarried guys in here.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like I would do the same thing though. I'd be like, oh my God.
Okay, you're making me feel much better about this.
That's what I would do.
He teased me about it later. He's like, then you took it. You got greedy. He said you got greedy. I'm like, it was mine,
yours.
bitch. Yeah. He's like, you got a little greedy there. Like, yeah, fuck him, actually. So I took it, I plopped it on my hand, and then this lady was like, some other lady in the restaurant was like, what's your name? Are you on Facebook? And then I was like, Rachel Feinstein. And then somebody goes, oh, what's his name? And then I was like, he said, Peter Brennan. She goes, is he Jewish? And I was like, no. And then I go, but he's a fireman. And this woman goes, oh, thank you for your service. And they all kind of
What
like.
is this, a nursing home?
It was
What is
very
going
strange.
on?
That's a good follow-up question. There was a lot of old bitches in there. It's good restaurant. I mean, it's good restaurant.
It's like a Luby's cafeteria situation.
Luby's cafeteria. It was. There was a lot of like nosy. But one lady did say to me, she was very nice, but this is an insane thing to interrupt a proposal for. She said, remind me, I have to give you a lemon chicken recipe that saved my marriage. Also, what was happening in your marriage that you needed a lemon chicken recipe to save it in the first place? She's like, oh, remind me, I got to give you my lemon chicken.
That's to cover up the
marriage.
anthrax.
So then, she like tagged me like on Facebook the next day, like some pictures she took. It was like, we kind of just became friends with the whole restaurant then. And then later she did send me that lemon chicken recipe. And years later, I was on this TV show. It's like a British TV show about lying. I can't remember what it's called, like Lie Detector or something. It was like the American version. Basically, you tell 2 true stories and 1 lie, and the contestants have to guess whether you're lying. And one of my stories, and then the person from the real story is in the audience, and they like stand up.
Yeah.
So my story was, somebody interrupted my proposal to give me a lemon chicken recipe that saved her marriage. And everybody thought it was a lie. They're like, yeah, right, bitch. Who would do that? And then I brought the woman back. I messaged her on Facebook and I was like, do you mind being on this weird show? And she was like, I can't wait. She was like all excited. And then she stood up and then they I think they ran the lemon chicken recipe in the credits.
Stop.
Yeah, it was pretty cute.
That's
that was
awesome.
a proposal. It was very New York. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that it was so memorable. That's great. That's such a good story.
Thank you. It was pretty cool. He also was engaged before me.
Oh, really?
And so all his friends kept calling him Slippery Pete. They're like, it's anyone's guess whether it'll make it down the aisle.
No.
Slippery Pete. So I was still a little on edge. I'm like, is it going to happen? Because I think he bailed the last time. But
he bailed.
I think it was like kind of like a mix of but it didn't work out. They called him, I'm sure it was his fault, but they called him Slippery Pete. But he did make it down. But I was like a little on edge till the very end. I'm like, okay. All right.
We made it.
We made
here.
it. We're going to lock it in.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Man, thanks for coming on my show. This has been so
It was
fun.
so fun. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. Where can people find you?
Rachel Feinstein _ is my Instagram. Big Guy is my special, which is streaming now on Netflix. And you can get my dates on the road at rachel-feinstein.com.
Amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
cool. Guys, make sure to check out her special, see her live and in person, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.
First date.
Your parents are your roommates?
First date.
This week on First Date,
My version of sweet used to be like, hey, just so you know, everyone thinks this. And I'd want to know. I'm calling human resources because my bra just unhooked. It unhooked just in the chair. No, don't do anything. Just call the police. I don't cry often.
I can see that.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
And welcome to another episode of First Date. I'm going to try to say this really fast because my guest has to sneeze really quick. She's a comedian.
I'm allergic to you.
Well, you're not going anywhere. So
I'm
if
allergic
anyone
to
has
girls
any-
who are prettier than me. I'm breaking out into hives.
Well, everyone, first, this is Whitney Cummings. Please Give it up. I remember the first time I ever saw you, it was like 10 years ago at Laugh Factory.
Oh, God.
And I was on a date with this like beefcake of a dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing this bright yellow, super slutty dress.
Oh, no.
And this guy made me sit front row.
Oh, no.
I was laughing so hard that I distracted you. And you turn and look at me and you go, well, aren't you a ray of sunshine? And you look at the guy that I'm with and you go, you're getting laid tonight.
The fact that I'm laughing at my own joke is embarrassing, but the way you delivered it is what I'm laughing at. But that is so funny that at that time in my life, someone enjoying me too much, I was like suspect of. I was probably like, what drug is this? Like, is this Adderall? Like, what is this? Like, that is really nice. I probably thought you were Hillary Duff. I don't know. Who knows?
I get that a lot.
I was like, can she help me? That's very nice. You're still with the guy?
No.
Kidding.
No. So I am so honored to have you on my show.
Oh my gosh,
And
congratulations on this. Thanks for
hey,
having me.
Thank you for coming on. So the way that this works, I've got this menu. I've got appetizer questions.
Okay.
I've got main course questions, and then I have a dessert question to sweeten it up at the end.
See, you're used to being wined and dined. Brunettes, we just get taken to Chipotle. I'd be like, I have the rice choices. I have the meat choices.
This is full 58 million courses
This
here.
is fancy. Okay, let's go.
It's a swanky date. I'm pulling it out of the woodworks for you, babe.
Really, I'm into this.
We're gonna start off with some appetizer questions. What is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure. It's murder.
Like serial killer films? Like
No murdering. My guilty pleasure, I think, is more watching really bad dramas. Other people might think they're great. Like there was this show called The Affair, which was on Showtime, which was a show that like you could tell thought it was a great show. Does that make sense? Like, you know when people like rich people make shows about cheating on their wives, and it's really, you can tell like 2 or 3 episodes in, they just want to watch actors have sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like that Weekend show.
Yes, I was gonna say, I think Euphoria was kind of like that too. I was like, oh, the guy that made this is going through a rough spot in his marriage.
Yeah.
And he gets to go to work every day and see Sydney Sweeney topless. So like this will, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, dude, just get a prenup. Like I like to just watch, because making television, you kind of are able to see all the choices they make when you're
Yeah.
like, you didn't have to do that. Like she didn't have to take her bra off for the scene to work. Like this was like, you know, and but yeah, the cult show, I'm with you. What's the show called with The Weeknd?
By
the way-
Idol.
By the way, what
Isn't it Idol?
You guys, hold on, I'm sorry. What is going on with this studio?
Are you hot?
No. I'm calling human resources because my bra just unhooked. It unhooked.
Let me help you.
It unhooked just in the chair. No, don't do anything. Just call the police. I've never had this happen in my life. It came off just now.
Do you want me to help you?
Well, I don't know. You've done enough. What's going on in this
I am literally undressing you with my eyes.
Truly. Have you ever sat in a chair and just had your bra snap? That was wild.
Dude, I am here to let you know that your boobs are just getting bigger and bigger by the month.
That was a trip. Anyway, so what the ghost of, you know, I don't know, Garth Brooks or whatever just happened in here. So I would say that's kind of an uninteresting answer. I do like to go on Facebook and look at my bullies from high school, which ones are divorced.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that's bad.
That's satisfying.
Yeah, or just like going to like my bullies in high school and looking at their kids and being like, oh.
That's just seeing who's received their karma.
Kind of.
You know?
You know how like you'll go see like one of your bully's kids and the kid's knees kind of bend weird?
Yeah. Or they don't have a knee.
Or no knees to be
No
found.
knees.
Or just like bow-legged and you're like, or like the kid loves baseball and you're like, you have to sit through kids' baseball games. Like whatever. Like, so little things like that. I wish I didn't need that to feel better. But I guess that would be like my guilty, like I feel dirty afterwards.
Yeah. What's your hidden talent?
Oh God, I'm so talented. My hidden talent.
Besides taking your bra off without literally touching anything.
You mean like having sex with ghosts in plain sight? I mean, I was gonna say I am good at sucking dicks, but I don't do it it's not hidden.
public knowledge.
Yeah, for how big my teeth are, I'm great at it. Horrible at hand jobs, great at blowjobs. But I feel like that's normally how it works because I always tried to get out of hand jobs because I always felt like I was like I don't know, burning the man alive. You know what I mean? And so I got good at blowjobs.
Do you have road rage?
No, I honestly, when someone cuts me off, I'm literally like, good for you.
You got past me.
I'm like, good for you. I'm like, I hope you get where you needed to go. Like, I genuinely have so much peace with that stuff.
You have like road kindness.
Yeah, I'm like, go. Can I, like, you obviously are busier than me.
But what happens if you need to get over? You're so nice to everybody else, and someone else doesn't let you get over when you finally need it. Does that piss
When
you
I
off?
tell you that I leave 45 minutes earlier than I need to be somewhere, like, I'm always super early, so I can just watch other people freak out, and it's kind of funny to me to watch other people freak out.
Yeah.
I'm weirdly zen about driving.
We're going to get into some main course questions now. So I'm going to get a little deeper.
Okay.
Do we need any safe words before
No, you tell me.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Can I keep my panties on for the rest of the interview?
Well, your bra's already
I
on.
cannot. That is so wild.
I can't let that go. What is a deal breaker for you on a date?
A deal breaker for me on a date. A guy ordering broccoli rabe. You know the Robs are like
Yeah.
they're like super long and you have to like watch him like hit himself in the face. It's like so if you're in ketosis, if you're micro fasting, intermittent gaying, if you're high performing, if you're in I don't know all these fucking words. Like the date is when you drop it all.
Yeah.
If the appetizer's not a complete protein, you deep throat that shit anyway. You're on a date. I don't want to watch your eating disorder come out, okay? I'm not going to text Rogan and be like, the guy I'm with just had some sugar. Like, just eat what you're going to eat. Just eat something. Just eat something off the menu. Don't ask for a bunch of changes. Just this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't go to the bathroom and snort your protein powder that you brought in your pocket. Like, just, I don't like it when a guy on a first date is like, well, yeah, no, I'm actually only on the carnivore diet, so I can't have this, and then I can't. It's
Whitney,
just,
you have to stop finding guys in the gym.
look, what can I say? It's not just gym men anymore. It's all men. Every man thinks they're being drafted at some point, and you're not. I don't know what you guys are preparing for. I don't know what. Is there something we should know? Like, why are you guys? I don't need you doing dips at dinner, just trying to get in. Like, just chill.
I can see now why you prefer Chipotle.
Yeah, dude. I know I used to make fun of guys that brought me to Chipotle. Now I'm like, God, that was like the most normal date I'd ever been on, you know?
Is height a deal breaker for you?
You know what's odd? It used to be a deal breaker for me when I had insecurities about my own body. I wanted a guy that was like bigger than me, taller than me, and I think I falsely, when I was younger, conflated taller guys with ones that would like protect you or whatever, you know? And now the last couple of guys I've dated have been shorter than me, and I think it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of doesn't come into play at all because I think I was so shallow about it before. And also it's like when you're able to call yourself out on it and go like, well, guys just want, hot girls with big tits. And we're like, well, we just want guys that are tall. Like at least big tits and hair color you can change.
Yeah.
Like we're shallow about things men can't change about themselves, dick size and height. So it's like so much worse. So like I'd rather date a short guy than be a hypocrite, I guess.
Yeah. So how do you get out of a terrible first date? What's your exit strategy?
I date them for 2 years.
So you make them suffer.
It takes me 2 years to realize that had been a bad date. That's how long. I mean, truly, like I know I come off like rough and like whatever I do on stage, but I kind of will turn everything into a positive. Like, so I turn a lot of that stuff. I'm like, he's in ketosis, like he stinks and is like oozing from the eye. And I'll be like, oh, but he takes care of himself. And so what does cum taste like? Swamp or whatever happens in ketosis. But I tend to really be too overly positive. I think I'm kind of the opposite.
Is that like a double-edged sword, you think, sometimes? Because I would think being super positive is a good thing.
I guess I want people to give me the benefit of the doubt, you know? And I want people, if I mess up on a date, I want them to be like, or do something that I would want them to forgive me and give me a second chance. So I
Yeah.
guess I just like to give people second chances until I'm 40.
That's fair. Let's say that you meet your soulmate.
Uh-huh.
He's a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
What can he do to ruin that?
That's a great question. It is tricky. So pretty much nothing except trip and fall in front of me.
If he trips and falls in front of you, it's over? Oh my gosh! The amount of pressure!
Look, so I would watch the footwear choice. I believe, this is unfortunate, okay?
What are these men wearing heels?
This is cobblestones plus like cute hipster like Oxfords, don't mix. I was one time in New York was with this guy that I was madly in love with, and he did look down at his phone. He wasn't paying attention. He wasn't on point, and he like tripped and fell. And you know when someone tries to not fall and they kind of like
Fall forever.
forever, dude. It went on forever. If he had just eaten shit right away and like hurt himself and gotten up, I would have been like, cool. But it was like, it was like woo woo woo. It was like
All
almost-
the way forever.
It was like on some Lucille Ball shit, and I just instantly fell out of love with him. It was just the way he, and then you know what? And then he like looked back, like to blame the sidewalk. Like, and then we had to spend all this time looking for the thing he tripped on. And it was just like, dude, it's just get your shit together. Like for me, if a guy's not like aware of his surroundings, it's really unattractive to me.
So how long do you wait until you say I love you in a relationship where the guy doesn't trip?
I have a hot take on that. My thing with that, because I think we overuse that word, and I've done jokes about this before, so I don't want to feel like I'm like being a hack about it, but I feel like I've heard that word and said that word so much, or that phrase before I was ready. And when you get in a relationship, it starts to just be a way to manipulate someone, you know? It starts to just be like, but I love you. Like, it's like, you're just saying this to try to manipulate me and confuse me right now. And like, if I felt loved, I'd feel it. So my thing is always like, if you feel loved by me, you'll tell me when I love you, and I'll tell you when you love me.
That's very mature.
Like, I'm not going to tell you because you'll know.
So, okay. So they can't trip and they have to be a mind reader. That's
I don't.
you're
this doesn't-
looking for an alien.
Okay, I'm in a blazer, so I have my shit together. But it's more like it's like we don't have to rush and say that. You know, like I like to take the pressure off. It's like if you don't want to say this for a year, we don't have to. I think people have like baggage with that phrase. And as soon as the phrase is said, all of a sudden, like the rules change and there's all this pressure, and you know what I mean?
You wait till you feel it.
I wait till I feel it, and I don't overuse it often. Sorry.
What is the fastest you've ever said I love you to someone?
Well, I have you ever said it by accident?
I have.
Once you've said it by accident, you really like overcorrect in the opposite way. One time during sex, I meant to say I love that. This was like date 4. And I was like, oh, and I said I love you, but by accident. And then after the encounter, I then had to say like, I don't love you. I mean, I had to undo it. Have you ever had to undo it? Oh, God. It's a nightmare. So I really try to be careful because then I just don't like to add pressure to a relationship.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship now?
I am 5 months pregnant. Have a guy.
Yeah.
He's a Star Wars nerd, so he insists on being called Lord Vader because I won't say baby daddy.
Lord Vader.
Yeah, so don't be jealous.
I will withhold myself.
Yeah, but we were dating for like 6 months and then I got pregnant. So we're still dating and I'm pregnant.
What happens if he trips later today?
One time we were walking And he wears these he's from North Carolina, so he wears these ridiculous, like, I mean, I think they're hot. Like they're almost like knee-high boot. Like he wears very high boots. And we were like walking on a sidewalk and his foot, you know, when your ankle kind of like pops on the side of a sidewalk, and like he popped right up and he looked at me and he was like, whew, and I was like, that was a close one, buddy. Like he knows, because I talked about it in one of my specials, so we do laugh about it. He knows.
Yeah.
He trains.
You said you have red flags. If you had to call them out, do you know what they would be?
Of my own red flags?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's weird because everyone's red flags are different. Like something that makes you repelled by someone might be totally endearing to another person. Red flags, chain wallet.
Chain wallet? Like the rope?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about other people. Oh my God, I have a chain phone.
I want your red flags.
About me?
Your red flags.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Red flags about me. I have very little patience for, as soon as I know you've lied, I'm just gone.
Oh, yeah.
Like which is maybe not a red flag. I don't, if you feel the need to lie to me, maybe I've done something to make you feel unsafe and I'm just going to remove myself and you'll never see me again.
Please, you have to sit back when you say stuff like that. It's scary.
What do you mean?
That's intense, dude.
I'm kind of at the point where it's like if I find someone lying or bullshitting, I'm kind of like, let's just stop this before more damage is done.
Yeah.
And I just bounce. Like I used to kind of like fight and why did you do that? And you just lied to me and it just doesn't go anywhere.
But I don't think that's a red flag though.
I mean, if you're a liar, it is. I mean, if you've kind of like gone through life like getting away with a lot in relationships, like I'm not your guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or else I'll say something that will make you change the way you view yourself forever.
Ooh.
And I also don't want to do that. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'll just casually be like, okay, well, you just lied to me and you've never given me an orgasm. It's been a pleasure. I don't want to ever go mean or I don't ever want to go there. And I think when people get hurt, they say things they don't mean and they say nasty shit. So I just like remove myself and if you're lying to me, there's either something unresolved or about you or I'm making you think you need to lie.
Yeah.
And then, so we're just a bad match.
Man, I have when I get in confrontation in a relationship, I tend to shut down.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say anything mean.
Yeah, smart.
Because I know that if I do,
he'll kill you.
Over.
They kill us.
Done.
Yeah. That's interesting because then I'm going to say something or you're going to say something that's making me lose respect for you. And if I lose respect, I kind of just shut off.
Yeah.
You know? So I think it's just, I think a lot of guys are and people in general, girls are just like down to fight. I think they think it's like part of a healthy relationship or a hot relationship or it's just kind of part of it. I'm just not your guy, I guess, for that. Even though the biggest red flag of anyone is when they say like, I hate drama. Like those are always the most dramatic people. But I think, I just have very little, I'll just be like, let's just call it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say that like I have
it's like you're like at a football game. You're like, well, done.
Yeah, like, let's call it. Like, I don't fight hard for something just because we've been in something for a certain amount of time. Like, to me, I'm like, if you feel the need to lie to me, that's a deal breaker. Red flags about me. I know I have a lot, but I'm being a perfectionist about trying to think of like a funny one. I sleep in the bed with the dogs. I think guys can be weird about that sometimes.
How many dogs?
2.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, not bad.
3 including a man.
Another thing about me, I don't know if I'm big on separate bedrooms. I go to sleep at a weird hour and I wake up at a weird hour. So I always like to give permission, like we can sleep in separate bedrooms. We still like have sex and whatever, but so yeah, I'm big. Also separate bedrooms. That might be a red flag. I'm very specific about a couple little things. I don't cry often.
I can see that. You seem very strong.
No, I'm not. It's just I'm not the girl that's gonna like cry if you like if you're trying to hurt someone just for the kink of it, like I'm not your guy.
Yeah.
Guys are kind of into that. If I gag on a dick, I can do it. I did learn how to do that. I know how to make myself be like, like I can do that. But I think a lot of guys sometimes need to be needed, and then sometimes I'm kind of like, I try to be super self-sufficient because I like to go the other way because I feel like I hear guys complain like women are using me for my money and women are just using me for this, and I'm like, I don't need you for anything. But sometimes guys see that as a red flag.
Yeah. Well, we'll go on to my dessert question. What is the sweetest thing anyone has ever done for you?
Can I say one more thing about the red flag? Just from a guy, because now I feel like I'm like, I don't have any. I have so many. I'm just trying to think of a good one. I do love cars. Like I just got a 82 Silverado, which I love. But cars that are leased, I don't care about. And if you need a car to not have like Gatorade just all over everything, I'm not your guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes I've gotten in people's cars or seen the word purse and been like, red flag, red flag. Like, if you're like, well, this is the way you take care of your car, this is, you know what I mean?
Do you think that's a reflection of someone? How someone takes care of their car?
I think that it could be, I can see men getting in my car and being like, this is a red flag. So I definitely have a lot more red flag. I also, I do carry a hammer in my car if I see a dog in a hot car with the windows up, and I will smash the window.
Have you ever smashed a window before?
Many times.
Have you?
Sometimes I just go to grocery stores just to look for dogs in hot cars.
And have you taken those dogs?
Yeah.
What if someone leaves a note on their car and they say...
Still illegal.
So you still smash that window?
Yeah. If it's a baby, it's like, that's sauna.
Imagine you just pee in the car.
Like babies, it's good for them. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, I kind of, it just happens so often, and so I will sometimes, if we're hanging out, we will just.
That's like a date for you.
Swing by.
Want to go to Whole Foods?
You want to go smash some windows and rescue some dogs? Like there are a lot of like high octane random rescue missions that might go down at any moment.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
You know?
I've never heard of anyone doing that. You're probably one of the only ones.
I'm probably just, most people wouldn't admit that. But so that's like a thing. Because sometimes guys will be like, why do you have so many hammers in your car? And I'm like, don't worry about it.
So many? Do we have a collection of hammers?
Well, yeah, because there's hammers that have the little point on the end just to smash windows.
Okay.
And then there's one with a glass cutter on the end. And then there's the one for sex.
So my last question is the dessert question. So what do you think is the sweetest thing someone has ever done for you?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I think the sweetest thing, my dude just did something that was really sweet, but it might be sad if I say it, in terms of what the sweetest thing, if I were to think of them all. I had family coming into town, and I had dogs in the car, and there was like blood or something on the car, and I was like, I need to get the car washed, and I don't know where. And then I was like, there's this service that comes to your house. It's like $40. They come, they wash your car at your house, whatever. And but I had these two dogs that couldn't see each other, and this other dog. It was like having people over at the time was kind of stressful.
Yeah.
And at like 10 o'clock, I couldn't find him, and I hear like a vacuum running, and he's outside vacuuming the inside of my car, like washing the car. And I was like, what are you doing? The person's coming tomorrow. And he was like, I could not stand the thought of another man washing your car. And whether it's sweet or not, I don't know.
Protective.
I think it's hot. Yeah. I just think that's hot. That's, also kind of petty on his part, frankly. I feel like it wasn't about me at all. But he's very sweet. That's very sweet to me. Someone that is, I guess, the love language I receive is like acts of service. Like if you're taking, he's like, I know you have a lot going on tomorrow. It's like taking one thing off your plate. Like that means a lot to me.
That is sweet. What's the sweetest thing you've ever done for someone?
Oh, I'm ridiculously sweet. But like in a way that's kind of, I recently paid off someone's debt that really needed it.
Oh, wow.
And like, to me, that doesn't sound sweet. Maybe that sounds like, oh, Whitney, you're using money. I just, maybe that's selfish because I remember how awful it was to have money stress, And a friend of mine just had like a debt she couldn't get out from under. And I was like, let's never speak of it again. This is a gift. We never have to talk about it again. Like it's over.
Wow.
maybe that sounds like using money. Like I gifted people, like someone recently, a horse, like a therapy horse, like I'll rescue abused horses. And sometimes it's really good therapy for people.
Yeah.
So they get a home and then the person gets something to take care of and love and work with.
And you rescue dogs all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. There's a lot. I mostly don't rescue them. They're mostly, I don't get most of them. I don't know. It's like the rescuing thing is so, I think, I'm going to have a kid soon. Let's see how much I'm able to keep it up. But
Well, one of my favorite things to do
This is a weird question. This is a hard question because it's like I feel like I'm being such a narcissist. But I guess those are the ways that I feel like I can show up for people. They're kind of like.
I think those are great ways.
Can you give me an example? What would be a normal answer?
Those are answers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, most of the time people do equate them with a gift or doing something like taking someone on a trip.
Yeah.
Or having candles all over the house when someone comes home is like a way to be romantic.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Oh, like in a relationship. I didn't mention that at all. I feel like sometimes, I'm so backwards on this because I feel like love is so, sometimes the way you can love someone the most is to like just tell them the truth about what's going on with them.
Oh, no.
I know. Like my version of sweet used to be like, hey, just so you know, everyone thinks this. And I'd want to know, you know what I mean? Like, and I'd be like, I thought that was a really sweet thing to do. I would literally be the person that was like, hey, so-and-so said he's cheating and here's what they know. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, oh, I thought I was helping. Like, I thought that'd be a kind gesture. But yeah, I'm now realizing it's just people want gifts and money.
Well, I would almost say that that's also a red flag.
To what, the new one?
Telling people
I don't do it anymore because y'all weak. Y'all are weak and you can't handle me and Jack Nicholson over here can handle the truth, okay? Yeah, no, I stopped telling people the truth a long time ago. But I used to think that was like what was being a good friend, you know? Or,
it is being a good friend. Just most people can't handle it.
Or it's the truth is somewhere in between. And I don't need to be the person to say, like giving people the dignity of their own experience. You just love them unconditionally and don't try to help.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a person that really appreciates when someone's like, hey, just so you know, it comes off, when you say it like this, it kind of comes off this way. I'd be like, oh, thank you for telling me. Like, I want someone to tell me if I have food in my teeth. I want someone to tell me if I'm doing something I'm not intending to do, like if my intention and my impact are different. So I think I sometimes project and go like, oh, just so you know, like the way that came off was this.
Yeah.
Just like, I want you to get this job. And if you do that, you won't. But then I'm like, why am I meddling? They're just going to think I'm being a dick.
Yeah. Dude, it's been so nice having you on my show.
Thanks. Congratulations.
I'd love to have you come back again for a second date.
Fun.
Whitney, where can people find you?
All of the things, WhitneyCummings.com. My new special on Netflix is called Jokes. I have a podcast called Good For You.
Well, I love that you came on, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. If you guys would like your own martini glass, you can hit up store.ymhstudios.com, and we'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date.